Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy.
My G, coming through the crowd raw, big dog, you don't really wanna feel these claws. See, God loves me anyway despite these flaws, so I gotta get a little buck, why yeehaw. My God giving y'all the blessing, so I never tap out, no time for stressing. I'm confessing that I'm still learning lessons. When I get knocked down, get up stepping, cause I know how my blessings flow. Started from the crown down to the tiptoe. Holy Spirit, you don't wanna miss this flow, cause I'm talking about you and the whole trio. The Father's on top and they call me mijo. For my Latinos, it's Jesucristo. My God's bilingual, so if you didn't know, I'ma speak English, mi amigo.
Make sure you keep that same energy. 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 Make sure you keep that same energy.
Stripes official, taking off like a missile. Yeah, I'm validated, but it ain't by no people. Ain't no number two, what it look like a pencil. God drew on the plan, then gave me the stencil. Slide, you know I run with the pride. All of my homies some lines, all of them listen to God. Never gonna be my demise, even with pressure applied, even with concrete on my name, yeah, I'm permanent. Set the record straight, put a permanent. If the bridge built on lies, yeah, I'm burning it. If you at peace with your cap, I'm disturbing it. Yeah, concrete on my name, yeah, I'm permanent. Okay, concrete on my name, yeah, I'm permanent. Okay, concrete on my name, yeah, I'm permanent. Yeah, I'm permanent. Yeah, I'm permanent. Okay, nail to the ground, 10 toes down, never should keep it in 2K. Got it from the dust, but it ain't sweet, never should keep it in Kool-Aid. Pick me out the spot of Mimic Martin. Know it got me planted in the garden. Started with my dogs, came out barking. Started fasting, came out starving. I keep going to the kids lit. If it was about me, I would've been quit. Misunderstood, I'm a misfit, trying to dish healing, but the kids sick. About to pull it if you gon' bite it in the dark. In some moments I get delighted, man, it be in the night when I get ignited. Say a prayer, let it fly like it's autopilot, yes. Talking about
top notch, skip the squares, hopscotch. Been like this is baby stages. Got she got on Oshkosh, pull up in a drop top.
Not a whip, that just mean it's the sun on me. Walked dirty, had the mud on me. Now I wash clean, got the suds on me. Concrete on my name, yeah, I'm permanent. Set the record straight, put a permanent.
It's what you make out of it. I'm on my crackers and cheese, Ritz. All of my homies gon' dive, blitz. Hot it in pepper cayenne, sheesh. I've been up out of my mind, release. You get to waste of my time, capiche? Bye-bye, I throw the deuces. Come off as ruthless. Go dump these stooges. I really do this. Yeah, there's a clueless. They talk, but they keep up with the movement. They man so handsome and groovy. Boy, I be spitting like blitz, be immaculate. Flyed in a pelican. Young dripped out and intelligent. Boy, you know I'm heavy sent. I be steady preaching like a reverend. Wordplay dumb. You don't think that I'm illiterate. I'm standing hard, but they ain't even considering the way that I be murdering instrumentals. That's so innocent. I be on top of these rappers cause they really got me bent the way that I be on them like local taxes and government. Yeah, jump in this water. I'm Charles. Cujo, better known big dog. Yeah, I'm a human with a lot of flaws. Yeah, but Jesus, he died for him. Hope you insured like State Farm. Yeah, y'all naive, more than newborns.
And I'm wasting no time, and I'm coming off the rip. If these shots getting fired, guess I'm coming with the grip. If these bars dead and gone, I guess I'm diving off the cliff. Sheesh. Ain't no ceilings how we do it here. Coming with the fear, more faith is what I commandeer. CHH my home, gotten kinda cozy here. Ain't stuntin' 2020, I went harder in the hardest year. So, I'm just blessed with the vibe. I'm just blessed with the vibe. Yeah, you heard me. I'm just blessed with the vibe. And I ain't never gon' stop. Go ahead. I'm just blessed with the vibe. I'm just blessed with the vibe. Yeah, you heard me. I'm just blessed with the vibe, and I ain't never gon' stop. Go ahead. And I'm blessed with the vibe, blessed with the vibe, blessed with the vibe. Go ahead. Man, I'm blessed with the vibe, blessed with the vibe, blessed with the vibe. Go and do it. I'ma vibe with you, vibe with you, vibe with you, vibe with you. I'ma Bob with you, Bob with you. Man, I'm blessed with the vibe. Man, I'm blessed with the vibe. Man, I'm blessed with the vibe.
What's going on, fans? This is the full 94 podcast here on MTMV Sports. I got the head honcho in with me today. Ric Sincere, how are you this morning, my good sir?
Yo, man, I'm blessed, bro. Happy to be in the building as always, man. Coming off an epic, hanging out night with the MTMV crew. You know what it was last night? It was amazing. So coming off of that, bro, looking to get into some basketball talk, man. How you feeling?
I'm thoroughly excited, bro. And last night was definitely a good night, impromptu. For those who don't know, we weren't there to attend. We hit up Dave and Buster's with some of the men of MTMV Sports. Had some good food, good conversation, good competition for anybody who's been to DMB. Had a legendary night myself. I won't get into it. If you don't know about it, you can hear about it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna hop
89 on them last night, bro.
I did.
Dropped 89.
If you want to
Kobe
say
status on him,
I'm gonna let you say it. It was the jacket was the ultimate hindrance. Nobody believed me, so I felt like I had to prove myself. I feel like I put up 89. I don't know, but if
it was 89, it was 89.
But
Robert Deem did his thing though. Like Robert Deem really did his thing. He came in. I think the first time, he averaged about probably like 37, which is pretty good score, right?
Facts.
So he came in. I think he hit 37 on Dre. Then he came back. He beat you the second time. That was his second win, right? At that point, he was feeling real nice.
For sure. Then I had to remove that hindrance from my path, sir. And then I had to go show them what I do. Shooters shoot. That is the phrase of the night. Shooters shoot. And speaking of shooters and that shooters shoot, Steph Curry has been in his bag just the start of the season, first 14, 15 games of the season. Steph is in a whole nother league right now. He is alone by himself, and the Warriors are doing something that we did not really see coming into the beginning of the NBA season. We felt they would come, they would start, tread water a little bit, wait for Clay and James Wiseman to come back, and they have surpassed all expectations. Steph Curry is this 9-3 game, 9 threes in a game thing he is doing. I saw the stat the other night, bro. Peep this. 9 threes in a game. The closest person to Steph Curry, he's number one in this in NBA history. The closest person have had 9 games where they shot 9 threes or more. 9 games. Steph Curry has done it 38 times.
Wow.
That makes no sense whatsoever. And the closest person is 29 games away. And he's done 4 or 5 of them in the last month.
Wow.
Look, what Steph Curry is doing right now in the Warriors, what they got going on. I think he's top 3 in scoring. I think Kevin Durant's right up there too. He's averaging 28.7 points a game, 6.5 assists, and 6.5 rebounds. He's sneaky with the rebounds. I was very surprised at him doing 6.5. But when you get unexpected help from the likes of Jordan Poole or Andrew Wiggins, like what they're doing, they're averaging 17 to 18 points a game. You get back Iggy to the leadership. Draymond, to me, bro, if you have not watched the Warriors, Draymond is the key to that whole team. He is the playmaker. He is coming off pin downs, screens off like these backdoor cuts. He's looking for Curry at every moment and realizing, look, if I need to shoot, I'll shoot, but I am not the focal point of the offense. And when you need somebody like that, who's a dog, the defensive anchor, and realizes he's not the focal point of offense, you have a successful team. I'm telling you, man, the humility that you see, the freedom and fluidity that you see with this team right now is absolutely crazy. You got to tell me, Rick, did you see this coming into the season?
Actually, I didn't see this coming into the season. I didn't see it until it got real for me. And so when they started, so I want to say the first game watching LA, right? Watching the Lakers versus Golden State. And watching that game, I was like, yo, this is just a replay of the play-in game. And I thought it would play out basically the same way, where you would see that this Steph Curry-led team was was good, but not quite good enough to overcome a I don't know, at the time I thought star-studded Lakers team, right? So I mean, like, keep it a buck. We kept coming into the season.
Facts.
We're like, yo, this is, you got all the pieces. You got LeBron, you got Carmelo, you got Anthony Davis, you got Russell Westbrook. What? Right? Like, this team is ridiculous. So in my mind, coming into the season, I was like, yo, whatever. Then I started seeing that other people on the team could shoot outside of Steph Curry. And that was a bit compelling to me. I was like, yo, wait a minute. Steph is not even lighting it up tonight. Yet there's people who are still, shooting and going nuts. I think Jordan Poole went nuts that night, right? Like, I think he was going crazy that night, right? So looking at Poole, I was like, yo, this Poole kid, like, he all right. And then I was seeing Draymond. Draymond wasn't killing it, but he was doing his dirty work. And I was like, yo, other people on this team can shoot. I think losing, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that out loud. But the Uber situation, I don't want to say that out loud.
I mean, you know
what I mean? But it may have helped a little bit, right? Because you have there's concentration on ball flow, right?
Yeah.
So they're moving the ball extremely well to me, and I was like, yo, I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? I didn't expect that, and I also didn't expect for them to be so. Them to have so much shooting around the perimeter and be so supported, right? Do you remember that Warriors team that was going up against LeBron in the championship years ago, where it looks like they had elite ball movement, right? And the ball movement seemed so fluid, where it looked like I didn't understand how LeBron would overcome that. You know what I mean? Because if it's not just on him. The whole team has to play elite defense, and they got to play the passing lanes extremely well.
Very well.
So for me, bro, honestly, no, I did not see this coming. I didn't see it coming from the beginning, but when it was in front of me, going against my Lakers, I was like, yo, it's real. And it being real made it completely different for me.
Oh, for sure, man. I think even walking into that first game, I had similar feelings of thinking to myself, like, okay, this is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be great. I like seeing Steph, but they're going to take this L. We're going to start the season off right.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be good. So watching it and watching it play out, when Jordan Poole hit those first couple threes, I was like, wait a second. Who is that guy? Why is he shooting so nice? Why does his form look so good? These are knockdown shots. These are pull-ups. These are off screens. What is he really doing over there?
Who is that?
Yeah, right. I said, who is this guy? Andrew Wiggins decided he wanted to be a contributor to the team, and
he got his superpowers back after the vaccine, bro.
Bruh, that's what it had to be. Because I was thinking to myself, like, nah, he's not doing this. They're not gonna make this happen, and they made it happen. So I think what we're seeing now, bro, is just absolute amazing, and what Steph is bringing to the NBA, not only to San Francisco. But Golden State, the Golden State Warriors, the organization altogether. Now, are you ready to say, right now at this moment, it can change. We have players of the week, players of the month, MVPs. Is Steph Curry the best player in the NBA right now?
I'm going to say this, right? It looks like it. It does look like it. Free throw percentage is out of this world right now at 95.8%, right? Field goal percentage is ridiculous, given how many threes he's shooting. He's shooting a ton of threes and still shooting at a 46.3% percent from the field, right? His field goal percentage is still that high. His 3-point percentage right now, 41.9, right? And no, that's not the best in the league, but you're thinking about volume, right? You look at his volume and you take that volume and you put it with the 3-point percentage, and that's ridiculous to me.
He's a monster,
right? You know what I mean? Like, it looks like he's that dude. Now the question is, can he remain this high? Initially in that first game, I thought, dang, he did put on a little bit of muscle, and I thought the muscle would actually hurt his shooting, right? Because he didn't look as fluid that first game, and I was like, yo, maybe he's lost it. Maybe, this will help his longevity as far as like banging if he needs to, but it may hurt his shooting. It has not. It has not.
Facts.
It has
Facts.
So you take that along with his ability to, to shoot, and then his ability to get people open and their ball movement. Man, and you see Steph Curry and you say, yo, who's better?
Yeah.
Who's better right
Pretty
now?
much.
It's not Kevin Durant. Like, Kevin Durant is having a great season, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. He's having a great season as well. He's shooting his free throw percentages above 80%, right? He's doing well. But I mean, yo, it ain't the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I think what you have to look at in terms of, let's say you had the Curry KD debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you had that debate, but then for my people who don't watch a lot of NBA basketball or just casual fans, Steph Curry made a statement in Brooklyn when he went to Brooklyn. He beat up on Kevin Durant and James Harden. He said, you guys are good. You left me. It is what it is. Let me show you how I do it. He went into KD's house, beat up on the Brooklyn Nets, and had the Brooklyn arena shouting MVP. They were mad when he wasn't shooting. He hit the nine. He comes down, he dribbles. Every time he touched the ball, they're cheering. They're going crazy. He catches the ball. Oh, he's gonna do it again. He pulls up to the three, pump fakes, and passes it off. When you heard the emotion get sucked out of the arena, it was like, shoot. You're like, oh. It's like, bro, you're in Brooklyn. How is that even possible? But when you talk about Steph Curry and what he's doing, you gotta look if you're looking at the stats for real, we're looking at the team aspects as well. They're number one in offense, right? They're number one in pace, and they're number one in their defensive rating. This is the formula that the Golden State Warriors have used to win championships. I don't want people to take this lightly. What Curry is doing right now, what the team is doing, what Steve Kerr and the supporting cast, the Jordan Pooles, Draymond Greens, Andrew Wiggins, Iggy, they are putting up numbers and ratings and defense and offense that were up there with the same years they won the chip. And not to mention, let me whisper this because I don't want everybody to hear it. There's no Klay Thompson.
That's done yet.
Klay Thompson has not played a game this year. They are number one in offense, number one in defensive rating, and Klay, their 3-and-D guy, two-way, they're one of the top two-way players in the league, has not touched a basketball in an NBA game yet.
Let's be honest. There hasn't been a Jordan Poole on this team.
Fact.
There hasn't been a third guy who can really step up when something goes down or something happens to Steph Curry, because Steph Curry didn't play last night when they played against, I think last night they played against Detroit, right? So when they play against Detroit, Steph Curry's not there.
It was all B team last night.
Right? So the B team is led by Jordan Poole, who scores 32 points, yo. Bruh. He scores 32 points. And yes, there have been guys on the team who have been potential guys, right?
For sure.
So
Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be that.
No, Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be a dog. Like, he was supposed to be a dog coming in. He's never been that, right? But okay, cool. Even last night he steps up 27 points, right? So you look at Wiggins. Wiggins has finally figured it out. Yeah. I don't know what happened, right? I don't know what what was going on before. I think maybe he felt like maybe he never got over LeBron trading him, Like, maybe he just maybe he never got over that. You know what I mean? Maybe it took him a while to get over that.
It'd be like
because LeBron didn't even give him a chance. He was just like, yo, you out of here. Bring me Kevin Love. Right?
Yeah.
So
be safe, bro.
Yeah. I've seen you play on TV. I don't like it. Get out of here.
I don't need it, man. I don't need it. I'm trying to win a chip. I don't need you.
Maybe that was a situation, bro. But for some reason, he's recovered. Right?
Yeah.
And now Andrew Wiggins is back to being a big time contributor.
Yeah.
But I don't think this team has ever had a Poole. And I don't think Poole's been this guy before. He's this guy now, though. And him being this guy makes him, and whenever Klay gets back, right, it'll be Klay, Poole, right? Klay Poole, that's funny. That's football. It'll be Klay, Poole, and Steph, right? Along with what you're saying Draymond is doing. And with Wiggins, this could get dangerous, bro.
Facts. Big facts.
Big facts.
I like it. I'm into it. I love what's happening. I am thoroughly excited. Obviously, I am not a fan of the team, but I am a fan of Steph Curry, and I'd watch him shoot to cut the lights off. Like what he does and how he does it with the basketball, I'm thoroughly impressed, and I want to continue watching it. Now, if we want to change, we're gonna have to change gears here because we've been so excited and so elated to talk about what Steph Curry and the Warriors are doing. Let's go down Southern California to these Lakers who are 8-9 right now. LeBron just got back and played for the first time, drops 23, 6 rebounds, 2 assists last night against the Boston Celtics as they lose. We watched this game together, Rick.
Yeah.
This as we watched this. I'm not gonna say our yet. I'm not there yet. We
Get there, bro.
Watched my team
Get there, bro.
versus the Lakers play and ended up losing by 22. Jason Tatum goes off for 37. AD drops 31, I believe, and then I believe that Russell put up probably, I think, 12 points, like 6 assists or something like that. But for me, I'm looking at what this really means for the Lakers, right? What does this mean in terms, especially for this game in particular, where Bron dropping 23, AD dropping 31, Russ doing 12, and Carmelo doing 13, which are probably going to be your primary scorers when you have THT, Avery Bradley, Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, who are going to be your shooters, and then your second court, your kind of on-court coach in Rajon Rondo. Dwight Howard, obviously, we know what we're going to get from him. Kent Bazemore is somewhat of a 3-and-D guy. I think he's on the fringe of that. But I mean, what are we looking at, man? We saw the absence of LeBron. Does this enhance his legacy, or does it hurt it? Because anytime you see LeBron leave a team, Cleveland, they were in the lottery. Leaving to Miami until they get Jimmy, Tyler Hero, and that bunch, and bam, like they're not doing much, right? So you still have 2 stars in AD and Russell Westbrook. This is why Russell Westbrook was brought in. When AD or LeBron goes down, they have a third person who can control the game. He's done it in OKC, he's done it in Houston, and he's done it in Washington. Now, what I do want to say about Russell is that from the statistics, he always starts off slow and wild. Let me give you 12 points here, 25 points here. Let me give you 20 here. Let me give you a 15 assist game when I felt like it. And his consistency usually comes nearing the All-Star break to finish the season. I'm not mad at that. I'm not. But watching Russell Westbrook up close, has been difficult. He is a wild player who takes a lot of risks and does not care about his turnovers. He's a lot less cerebral than a LeBron James. And I told y'all this at the NBA in the beginning of the NBA season. If anybody was going to tame that monster, it was going to be LeBron James. Through the first 17 games of the season, it has not been that. Rick, do LeBron and the Lakers still make a run? And do they figure this whole chemistry thing out and figure out everybody's role?
It's funny, bro. Like when I saw that LeBron James is hurt,
facts,
I was actually a little bit more excited for the Lakers team than possibly I should have been. Yeah. Because I was like, okay, cool. Now that LeBron's hurt, that'll open it up for Westbrook to do his thing.
And
right?
The first 2 games he did.
He did do his thing. And
crazy.
And him being able to, just kind of operate from the point guard position, because honestly, it's the only problem. The reason this isn't working is because there's a struggle with who gets the ball and who needs it, and who should be running the offense, right? That's the biggest struggle. And since that's a huge struggle, then I mean, dang it, how do you get over that? There's only one ball, right? Facts. And so if I look at Westbrook, I'm like, yo, okay, LeBron being out will allow him to do his thing. And honestly, he was able to win some games.
Yeah.
And that's what you want, because AD gonna go out at some point. LeBron's gonna go out at some point. Now you got this one guy who's always gonna be there, right? Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah,
for Russ.
Thanks.
I love that about Russell. I love that about, what's happening in this situation. What I don't love and what I can't get behind, right, is the fact that when they're together, somebody was like, oh man, when LeBron's not there, something's gonna happen, right? When LeBron's not there, they may lose. All right, cool. When LeBron's not there, right?
Yeah, facts.
I said, when LeBron's not there, this team is whatever. Actually, when LeBron's not there, they look like a better team. When LeBron gets back, right? Then we see all the problems, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think this adds to his legacy, and I don't know if they're gonna get this together. I heard, I think Skip said this, right?
Yeah.
Kind of let this whole thing off. That Westbrook is an unfixable problem.
Skip is not a fan. He calls him West Brick.
I mean, a lot of people call him that, and they're not wrong when they say that.
He's not the point shooter. He is a jump shooter. He needs to take the likes of Kobe and DeMar. Speaking of DeMar, we're a trade away. The deal, apparently the deal was done to go to LA, and before they traded for Russell Westbrook. Yeah, DeMar DeRozan came out a few days ago and said the deal. I wanted to go home. I was gonna go back to LA. I was ready. They were talking, and then the trade for Russ happened. This is the same thing with the Buddy Hield trade. Buddy Hield trade was done. LeBron and AD called Rob and said, "Hey man, we want Russell. We don't want Buddy Hield."
What did LeBron see? I need to understand it, and maybe you help me. You help me because I don't get it. What did LeBron see from Russell Westbrook? Because they're playing with them for real. Like they're, you know what I mean? I know they play together in the offseason. Yeah. So they're playing together. They're in these little, gym things that we don't get to see. When rich guys ball, right? Like rich guys ball in places we don't get to visit.
Yeah, shout out to Blakely.
So they saw something. What were they seeing? And maybe you can help me. Like I said, what were they seeing that said, we want Russ, not Buddy Hield. We want Russ, not DeMar DeRozan. What was it, bro? I don't get it.
It was, okay, so I'm going to tell you the only thing that they looked at. So the LeBron James, AD call up Russ. They meet up in LA. They have a conversation about pride, ego, how this whole league is going to go. Russ, we understand that we're all focal points of the offense. I'm LeBron James. That's AD. We've won a championship together. But we know that you've been in OKC, you've been in Houston, you've been in Washington. We understand that you know how to lead an offense, right? Mm-hmm. We also know that when you are by yourself, you're solid. See the OKC days. Nobody thought they'd be in sixth place, and he'd average a triple-double. Russ has also averaged a triple-double the last 4 to 5 seasons. So it's normal for him now to do that. What they looked at was, when we go down, what's Buddy Hield going to do for us? He needs to be set up. He's not catching the ball and scoring off the dribble. He's not catching the ball saying, "Get out the way. Let me go get some buckets." That's the same thing for DeMar. DeMar has always been a complimentary star. He's been absolutely amazing in what he does and how he does it. But at the same time, when you're thinking, okay, LeBron and AD is out. So what's DeMar going to do? Can he consistently do that? What they saw was Russ be able to lead an offense and lead a team despite what he has on the court. He did it in OKC. He did it to an extent in Houston and to an extent in Washington. Obviously, having Bradley Beal and James Harden are great. But what they saw in Russ was he can lead an offense when we go down and have to miss games. Because what the issue was the last few years, when AD goes down or LeBron goes down, that team is totally different. The fluidity of the offense is totally different. The way they play defense. There was no, to me, honestly, bro, watching that game last night, there was no real passion for me. LeBron is LeBron. He's coming out. He's going to kind of fill it out, see what's happening, see how we're doing it. I guarantee you right now he's watching film, or he's working out, or he's thinking of a concept going forward on how they want to do it. But he's cerebral. And what he saw last night, losing to 22 and having Jason Tatum go off, I mean, you got to think of the same thing, bro. When we looked at this game against Milwaukee, that was a winnable game. They could have won that game. Their team, Giannis was the only person. I mean, obviously, he puts up 47 points, but he's the only person that was doing it. Drew Holiday had a bad shooting night. Chris Middleton had a bad shooting night. Giannis goes up and bullies Anthony Davis. He's like, look, bro, you want the smoke? I got you the smoke. I got a shit. I'm a defensive player of the year. I understand I've been doing this. So when you go up against that, bro, and you kind of shy away at the half, let me tell you at the half, Giannis had 24 points at the end of the first half. AD had 8. He was bullying him down there. And this is the problem. It's two styles of play, but at some point it shouldn't take you getting popped in the mouth to get back up. Yo, come out with fire, come out with passion, put the ball on the ground, put your back to the basket, and bang with these fellas. You don't want to play center? That's fine. You should be dropping more than 8 points when their counterparts dropping 24 on you. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that has to happen moving forward, but that's what they saw in Russ, man. The ability to lead the offense when AD or Russ is not on the floor. And right now, he's wild, bro.
Would they see when? Okay, so they saw that when they weren't on the floor.
Yeah.
What they see about him when they were on the floor? We're all on the floor. So that's what I need to understand. Like, what in the world could they have possibly seen in Russell Westbrook, right? To where, you know what, this is somebody I'm going to rely on. Let's be honest, man. I'll just be honest for myself. I'll just say, I don't think at the end of the day this will work. I just don't. I don't see this working. And the way I don't see it working, you can't go to Boston and get beat like that.
Oh, facts.
You can't be in Boston and get beat like that.
I don't disagree with you. I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me how that plays out that way.
Check your mic, bro.
No.
It's just not possible for me to see. I mean, I'm every night I look up, I'm watching the Lakers get their face blew in, right? I see them against Boston, they get their face blew in. I'm watching them against teams that they should not be losing to. They losing, bro. And it's over and over and over again. I'm watching this team lose. And it's too much for me, bro. It's just too much. At the end of the day, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, man. At the end of the day, it's not what's up. You got it?
Good to go?
Yeah, you good to go.
There we go.
There
Quick
you go.
malfunction. I think I kicked something at the under my laptop here. My apologies. I got these Crocs slides on. Shout out to Crocs. We want that sponsorship. I love these darn things, man. But I think I kicked the cord down there at the bottom. But look,
It happens,
bro. When you're talking about Russ, AD, LeBron trying to figure this chemistry thing out, I think it is very possible that they'll figure it out. I believe in LeBron that much that he's gonna figure this out. I trust him that much that he's gonna figure this thing out. So I think it's gonna work out. I think it's bad and it's ugly right now. We're 8-9 through 17 games. You know what I mean? But there's still 65 games left. Let's be honest here. Right. So I think we have time to figure it out. And I think if we're kind of making the move going into the All-Star break, and then we're right where we need to be. So I think we'll figure it out. But right now there is something wrong with the Lakers.
Help me understand something. You got DeAndre Jordan.
Yep.
You got Dwight Howard.
Okay.
Why are you 16th in the league in rebounds?
You know what? That's a phenomenon. That's a big phenomenon. I have no idea. We should definitely be leading because what we did in 2020 to win the championship was we played big bully ball. Montrez, Dwight, like all these guys who you're like, we really got to figure this thing out. Like Dwight Howard to me was solid in that series. When you think about AD was solid in that series, Brown solid. I think what they're going to do moving forward, and this is kind of what I saw in the game yesterday when they played against the Celtics, was Brown kind of playing the 4 position, like a point forward. He's with his back to the basket, getting a little vino, kind of like stepping up. He's going to play down there a little bit more, and I think that's going to be a key to us winning and getting open sets, depending on how Vogel wants to run the offense. But we definitely should not be 16th in the league in rebounds.
They're 19th in offensive rebounds, bro. Like, think about that. Like, you go out and specifically you try to be big.
Yeah,
that's the goal. You know how when I put my fantasy team together, my basketball fantasy team together,
I remember that.
I go and try to get big, like from jump, right?
Yeah.
I'm picking the best big men in the league because they score well. In this particular case,
field goal percentage is great, blocks, rebounds. It's a solid
plan,
solid strategy.
Why in the world do I go out intentionally trying to be big and I'm still not winning in the big man categories?
Yeah.
That gotta bother you. You feel what I'm saying? It has to bother you. You can't have AD, Dwight, DeAndre Jordan, and still not, be winning on the boards. That'll make no sense to me.
And DeAndre Jordan has been starting here late. You've seen Russ. I think Kent has started. AD, DeAndre, and then obviously got Melo coming off the bench. But I think when you're looking at that, bro, it can't be that. It really can't be. You know what I mean?
They don't have shooters. They're 12th in 3-point percentage, right?
Yeah.
And,
And
and the only
crazy
reason
thing
they're
is that
12th,
we do.
only reason they're 12th, you know why they're 12th, right?
Why is that?
Carmelo.
Oh, because of Russ. Oh, because of Melo.
It's
Oh,
'cause of
yeah,
Melo.
for sure. Yeah.
That's the only
This is
reason.
the thing. But
And Monk, who's
we
not doing bad.
got 4 shooters last year who shot 40% or better onto the thing. So we got shooters. They just gotta hit, man. I think the chemistry is gonna get
Wait
better.
Wait a minute.
Talk to me.
Okay. Who are those shooters?
Oh, I say Carmelo shot over 40% last year.
Mm-hmm.
THT, Malik. We went and got Malik Monk. Wayne
Malik
Ellington.
Monk is actually pretty good.
Malik Monk is shot
I like him.
41%, I believe.
I like that kid.
And Kent Bazemore was solid last year. I think he was like 38, 39% from 3.
I don't trust him.
Oh, I've never trusted Kent. I kind of was mad when we brought him back, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I said, Rob, look, you got us a championship in 2 years. You know what? I'm gonna trust you. Second year up there, you got a third year up there, you got us a championship. So
can we ask a question? And can I ask you a question?
Ask me a question
That maybe people aren't ready for.
Yeah, okay. I like those questions.
Maybe we are ready for it. Maybe it's just not something, or maybe people are talking about it, but I haven't heard it really.
Yeah, talk to me.
Is this team done?
Done.
Like done. Like LeBron's too old. Rondo's past that third win he had, right? Dwight Howard isn't quite what he was at, even in the bubble year. He isn't quite what he was on the boards, and he isn't quite what he was, helping out. Yes, he's shooting the occasional 3-pointer. Thank you, Dwight. But but he's not quite what it was. Russell Westbrook is definitely, I mean, Russell can still go, but he's not, he's not that guy right now, right?
Yeah.
And AD, while AD is still a monster, AD is probably the only thing still viable, right?
Yeah.
But what if they just ain't it? And this team is done.
Is that what you believe?
I'm asking.
Okay,
I'm asking. You can't look. You came in. Okay. Describe this feeling to me.
Okay.
We walk into Dave & Buster's. We look at the game. We see the game zone as Lakers Celtics, right? We know that the Celtics are a talented squad, but you also know the talent that's on the Lakers. Plus, we see LeBron. I saw LeBron first thing when I walked in.
Yes, sir.
I see LeBron. I see the Celtics. I see the Lakers, and I'm like, oh, this must be a good game. We immediately look at the score and recognize this ain't a good game.
We're down 10.
A blowout.
Yeah, we're down 10 coming. When we walked into Dave & Buster's last night, halftime we were up 57-56, I believe. And from the 15 minutes it took me to hop on 75, and from where I was to get to the parking lot inside of Dave & Buster's to see that big old HD TV, they were down 10. I said, wait a second, what just happened? Either Brown was not on the court, or they just went on a run. And it was both of those things. This team went on a run. I said, oh my gosh, we got to figure this thing out. So I think, man, really it's just we're going to have to take it one game at a time. We're going to have to figure out this chemistry and figure out our roles within the team. And that's what Bron's going to figure out. What role does he have to play this year? AD, what role does he got to play this year? Now, I will say, for real, AD's got to get bigger. He's got to play bigger. I love that he shoots. That's great. You can extend out. You can extend the offense. But if you are not getting in there and doing what you're doing, you know what? I hate one of those.
He went 31 points with 3 blocks. How can you blame this on AD?
No, I'm not blaming it on AD. But he has to play like this consistently.
He played well, and they still got mollywopped.
Yeah, but you're talking about Bron dropping 23, Russ dropping 12. I think not trade deadline. That's a big fact. The comment says they're not done yet. Trade deadline is December 15th. That's a big fact. That's a big fact.
Who LeBron getting rid of? Like, yo, keep it a buck. Tell me in the chat who LeBron getting rid of.
Bruh, I'm telling you.
Name them.
I think if it gets worse through 30, 40 games, I think there could be a chance Russell Westbrook gets traded.
I would trade Russell Westbrook now. I wouldn't think about it.
Now, through 17 games?
Yeah.
Why?
Now, he's the problem.
He's wild. He's
He's
definitely
a
wild.
problem. And look, and they agree with me. Look,
Who's
Russ,
the trade? Russ.
gotta
See,
go.
but that's the thing. Who's the trade partner? Who
Ben
takes on that
Simmons.
contract? Hey, I would take Ben. I would take Ben.
Only because Ben's a facilitator.
He's a facilitator, but he's also a potential defensive player of the year. Like he's been all NBA defense.
Not this year.
Well, not this year. He ain't played. He ain't played 17 games. But if you think, look, I'll give you Russell Westbrook for Ben Simmons. I would do it.
Yeah,
But
younger. He's younger too. I'd make that move.
But I would definitely wait for the trade deadline to get closer to see what this chemistry looks like. Now, Ben Simmons isn't shooting, but he also, if you look at him trying, if you look at him trying to play a little bit back to the basket and point forward, LeBron can move around a little bit. I think it's definitely something that could happen, bro. I really think so. But I'm thinking any other pieces. Melo stays, Malik Monk stays, Rajon, Kent Bazemore, THT is doing his darn thing.
I trade Kent Bazemore and I trade THT. I trade Kent Bazemore and THT if I can get an upgrade there.
What?
Yeah, I like THT. I think THT is great.
THT is solid and made for the future, my boy. He's
I
not going nowhere.
I think he's great.
You know who we do miss?
He ain't going nowhere, bruh. He can go somewhere.
You know
LeBron always trades those young up and coming. They'll be somebody's for somebody who's somebody right now.
Yeah, but not THT. He won a championship with him.
He'll trade THT.
No, he won't trade THT. You know who I miss?
LeBron's loyal?
Alex Caruso.
Yeah, I miss him.
Oh my gosh, I miss the Caruso.
Hey, I had this coach in college, bro. I mean, not in college, but in high school, right? And he gave this epic talk one day. He was like, he would call out the guys who were great in the past. He'd be like, Kerry Watkins. He was a leader. He led this team when we needed him. I miss him.
Big shot. Bang, bang. Y'all better figure it out. That's what he's saying. Yeah. I know. You know who I miss? The people that's not here no more.
Yeah. Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
He was a baller. Bro, he was amazing.
I miss him. I miss him, man. Look, there is much more to talk about the Lakers, but we have dumped on my Lakers for long enough. I would not allow any more time being put towards the negativity of my Los Angeles Lakers in Tinseltown. Look, I think we got to get into these way too early predictions, bro.
Okay.
When you're thinking about what the season, this is always obviously the segment is way too early, but it is what it is, and we got to do it because we take our opinions very seriously here at MTMV Sports and the 494 podcast. We put them out there. If we put them out there, we're ready to debate them. So anybody who wants to disagree, you can disagree. We can have a healthy conversation about it. It's very simple, right? We can make it happen. My first way too early prediction. Who wins MVP, Rick?
Steph Curry.
Easy.
Unanimous.
Not even
unanimous
question.
Decision.
No Luka, no Giannis, no Joel.
No Luka, right? No Luka.
Okay.
Yes. Yes for Luka. Luka's always been great, right? But Luka's not even top 5 right now in points per game, right? He's not top 5, even in assists per game right now, right? And you look at his position and you expect, okay, cool. If he ain't dishing like that, then he should at least be, assisting like that. He's doing neither, right? And so because he's doing neither, then you have to kind of look at what's going on. Is Steph Curry at the top in points per game, right? Is Steph Curry at the top in 3 points made right now? Honestly, bro, it's Steph Curry. Steph Curry's right now 3rd in fantasy points per game. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And so when you look at, and that's with him not playing last night. And so if you look at it for me, then it's Steph Curry going away. I don't even think it's close. It's definitely not Luka. Giannis is actually Giannis is not having as bad of a season as some people believe he may be having, just because he's not dominating like that. But he's another, I love fantasy, so he's another fantasy guy right at the top of the thing, right? And he's 4th in rebounds right now, 3rd in points per game. Giannis having a pretty good season. But I mean,
as always,
whose team is number 1 in the West?
Golden State.
Right? Who's their guy? Steph Curry. Right?
Best player on the best team.
It's Curry all the way, bro. And so I don't think it's close, to be honest with you.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I would go Steph as well. There's a good chance of doing it. I think they're 15 to 16 games into the season now for their schedule. Steph is nasty, bro. All right, give me defensive player of the year. Who wins that? You got the likes of Jared Allen. Giannis, Drew, Rudy would have been Ben Simmons if he was playing. But defensive player of the year, who you think got it?
That's always tough for me, man. One of the names that kind of pop up is Al Horford.
Yeah.
I mean, only
He's been-
because blocks. Yeah, he's been great. Al's
Definitely
been
for
great,
Boston. Just had translated to wins. That's it's starting here lately,
bro. We need to get you a cinnamon water or something. You,
bro. It's like my nose. I don't know.
You barely making it this morning, my guy.
Bro. And it's like
Yo.
I'm pushing it out and then it's coming out as a yawn. Like I'm not sleepy. It is what it is. I promise I'm not.
Yo,
I like
Draymond.
I like the Draymond.
How you feel about that?
That's not a bad. I think when you look at that team and what they're doing, you're number one in defensive ranking. You have the best defender on the best defense ranked team. If we're gonna do the same thing for MVP, say the best player on the best team, you got to think of the best defensive player on the best defensive team, which is both the Golden State Warriors. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Draymond.
Why Draymond? He's not top 5 in blocks per game. He's not top 5 in steals per game, right?
Draymond does the intangibles.
Draymond?
It's the intangibles. Like Rudy is 7 foot something and he stands under the goal. You should be blocking all those shots.
So he's doing stuff that you can't stat. Like, is that the thing?
I think it's a mix of both. We understand that he's on the court to play, make and play defense.
Who Draymond locking down?
Locking down,
because that's defense, right? Who's Draymond locking down?
I think there's only a handful of players that would outwork him.
No, not outwork, because that's hustle points. Thank you so much for your hustle points. Who is he? Because he ain't like, what's my guy's name? Ben Wallace was that guy, right? Back in the day, who was like running all around, doing all the stuff nobody else wanted to do, right?
Sure.
But he was also blocking like crazy, right? And he was also rebounding like crazy. I get it. Why Draymond? Who's Draymond like locking up? And you're like, oh, yo, that player did not go off because of Draymond.
I don't think there's too many that would do it.
So how is he defensive player of the year?
I don't think there's too many people that he couldn't slow down. You're not gonna lock
down.
But you're not. Nobody's really a lockdown defender besides Drew Holiday. Like in my eyes, I don't really see anybody who's locking down. Hey, slow. Make sure he don't score more than 15 points today. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you mean to tell me Draymond has been so impressive, and this is what I'm saying. Draymond's been so impressive. Please help me. Yeah. I know he's just saying anybody but Rudy Gobert, right? And maybe still upset about the coronavirus thing. But if you go beyond that, bro. What has Draymond done that's so impressive that it goes beyond stats?
Look, this is what I'm saying to you right now. We are 16 games into the season, 16, 17 games. I'm not saying, this is why this segment is so great. I'm not saying he would be the defensive player of the year. I'm just saying I don't see out of the realm of him winning that trophy. I don't see it. I mean, I can't. There's not much I can tell you through 17 games, but what I can tell you is he's the defensive anchor of the best team in the NBA and the best defensive ranked team in the NBA. That's got to go for something.
It's got to be good for something.
It's got to be good for something. You still haven't given me no prediction. What's your early prediction, man? Who you picking?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I want to go. Hold on. Somebody said, "Don't be sleep, Rick. He's the connector and the unifier on defense."
Yes, thank you. That's what he does, and they're the best defense ranked. I hope your cap is nowhere. That's why I'm glad you can't find it.
My cap downstairs. I was looking for it too.
Find it.
Hold on. When I can't find my cap, my buddy's always here.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Yo. I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep at all, man. I'm not asleep. The way the rules are with our hand checking, it's hard to lock one man down. Hey, I get it. I get it.
It's not the 80s and 90s, man.
Hey, you know I get it. I get it. At the same, and look, him being the connector and the unifier is great.
They're not the number one ranked defense.
Y'all seen that commercial though? It says stat that, right? Y'all seen that stat that commercial?
Stat that.
Yo, okay, cool. I don't see it, bro.
Stack that.
I don't see it. Honestly, I don't see. I know it's hard to lock somebody down. I just don't see Draymond as being that guy right now on
You don't have
defense.
to
I'm
see
sorry,
it.
bro. I'm
You don't have
sorry.
to
I
see it.
can't see
That's
it.
why these way too early predictions are our
I
opinions.
can't see
sir.
it. I'd rather give it to somebody like Anthony Davis.
Give me that. That's your pick.
That ain't my pick, but that's who I'd rather give it to.
All right, so we'll move on since you dodging the question at this point. Sixth man of the
No.
year.
I give you mine. You want to know it?
Talk to me.
You're not gonna like it though,
I'm okay with your
and
opinion.
the people watching not gonna like it either.
It's your opinion. I trust.
I think
you.
it's Chris Paul.
That's solid. I'm not mad at that pick. He's
You
been
know
the
why
guy
I think it's
for
Chris
a
Paul?
long time.
I
Tell
can
me.
defend it. So, he's right now. You look at steals per game, and steals in the league are hard to get, right? Who's leading the league in steals per game?
Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul's right at the top. We looked at him just the other day, right? And you look at his age, and you say, nah.
Still making $30 million a year.
Yeah, I mean he's still doing his thing, but and honestly, he keeps himself in such great shape. But every time I look at him, I don't know, man. I think he's done, right?
Yeah.
But then when you watch him play, he ain't quite done yet, right? And right now, leading the league in steals, I think that's a phenomenal feat. I mean, that's a phenomenal feat. And so I'm gonna go with him at the end. We'll see. I don't think he'll keep this up though. I really don't.
I'm not mad at you for that. I'm not mad at you for that. Sixth man of the year. Who's coming off the bench and winning sixth man of the year by leading their team, leading the league in off the bench points? Who's
I think this is easy.
Say it.
I think it's easy.
Say it. If you say anything different, I'm gonna jump through the screen. Say it. Say it like you know. Say it like you know it. Come on. Don't beat around the bush. Say his name.
I think it's Carmelo.
Oh, yes, sir.
I think it's Carmelo.
Welcome
now,
to the full 94.
I think it's Carmelo. Now, look, that wasn't because you threatened me, because I'm not scared of you. But
It's still to be determined.
No, it's not. But look, here's the thing, bro. Like, honestly, you look at what Carmelo's doing, and I'm like, what year is this?
Facts.
What year is this?
Great question.
Because I'm like, this can't be 2021, right?
In the Twilight Zone.
When Carmelo was just out the league. Carmelo was just out of the league. The league.
Yeah.
Yo,
Whole league.
I look at stuff like that and I'm like, my man, Carmelo's phenomenal, bro. And not only is Carmelo phenomenal, but look, here's the thing. I wanted to say, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know kind of what this is. I wanted to say Alex Caruso.
I like that though. Dude's a beast on the defensive end, man. That's why we miss him so
Caruso. Chris Paul's number 1 in steals per game, but who's number 3? Alex Caruso. You feel what I'm saying? And you can see that. Like, you can see evidence of it. It's not like something you're not shocked by that stat.
Russo's that's not a bad decision because of what he brings to Chicago in that second unit.
And the energy, yeah.
I love it. I'm not mad at that. I see you.
He brings great energy. So for me, I'm on Carmelo Anthony because honestly, that Lakers team. Okay, here's why. Sixth man of the year should come in and not only bring energy, but they should also bring a chance to win the game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, how you feel about this one, bro?
What's up? That's not.
Yo, give me a why. I need a why. Give me a why.
I'm gonna let the comment be the why, but it's not. I'm not mad at that decision, just because of what he's able to bring to Dallas. I believe Jalen's on Dallas, but what that team needs is what he's doing. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like a Russo, like a Melo, some of those games we won, bro, was because of Melo shooting, and Jalen is nice. And he's a great complimentary piece. You got to look at what he brings to the table and how he's doing it. I think it's definitely it's what you need. Like until Kristaps kind of like, if you watch him play, second best player. Ooh,
if you watch him play, he's the second best player.
No Tim Hardaway, no Kristaps, no none of that.
You don't agree? That means it's not Kristaps Porzingis, right?
Yeah, basically. And Kristaps needs consistency. He hasn't
He
been
needs to
consistent.
leave.
If he
Don't he need a new team?
if he the problem is that he thinks he's a number one. He's not a number one. He's a B player. He's a B
What?
player. And Luca is the number one person on that team. And the fact that you still have pride and your ego gets in the way, knowing that player is better than you, like, come on, man.
Yo,
He's a taller he's an early version of Luca, without the dribbling skills. Like, he was nice. Yeah,
said,
I
nah,
give you
it's
that.
him, bro. They're just inconsistent scorers.
That's a big fact. That's a big fact.
Okay, okay.
That's
So
a
you
big
give
fact.
that.
So-
Okay. Here's the thing. I feel like I said before, I feel like when your guy comes off the bench, he should be in a situation where he elevates your play and gives
Yeah.
you a chance to win games. Carmelo has come into games and actually almost won games for them outright.
He's won a couple.
Yes, keeping the Lakers in games and then helping them win games. That's been Carmelo, right?
Yeah.
And because Carmelo Anthony has been doing that so incredibly well, right? Then
Facts.
Sixth Man of the Year for me is a Carmelo move.
I'm not mad at that, bro. I really am not. I think I like it. I think that is he's kind of doing it, and he has to kind of do that. But I'm not mad. I'm thankful for Melo. Thank God for him. Honestly,
Who's your pick?
It'll be Melo. I'm thinking Melo too. What he brings and what we need early on in the season, he's come in and done exactly what he's supposed to do. So I like it.
Yes,
Melo has been that.
we have believers.
That's a big fact. It's a big fact. All right, so we gotta go to the
Lakers.
last one. Last one. Most improved player.
Steph Curry.
You wish you could choose him. He's too good. You can't choose a two-time MVP already. It's it is what it is. It just kind of happens. One unanimous, by the way. I'll go. You know what? I'll go first on this one.
Okay, go run it.
I think it's Lonzo Ball.
Ooh,
I think what Lonzo is doing in Chicago, he's being intricate to what that NBA, what the Chicago Bulls need.
Mhm.
Averaging 13 points, I think 5 rebounds, 5 assists, which is gonna up. I think his points go up to probably 16 by the end of the season. If you average 16, 6 and 6, 16, 7 and 7, I think it's very doable for Lonzo on that team for DeMar, Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso, and Vooch. Like that, he's the kind of glue that makes that thing go because of his passing, because of his IQ and what he brings to the court. I think it's a no-brainer for me, bro. But I mean, and he's learned how to shoot. He can shoot a 3 now consistently. I'm excited about that. Look at my man. Hey, my man. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yep, I agree.
I like
Lonzo Ball.
We're all on one accord here. I like that. Well, you haven't made your decision yet, so.
Ooh, it was a tough one for me, man. Because to be honest with you, I want to say a few different things, right?
Okay.
Valanciunas down in New Orleans.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at Jonas.
I think he's been great, and he's been. I mean, they suck, but he's been good, right? He's like third right now in rebounds per game at 12.9. At 12.9. He's also been really good at 3-point percentage, 55.3%, right? And he's been doing incredibly well for that team, and they need him, right?
Definitely. Now
Maxi played well last year, though.
Tyrese is not.
He played well last year, though. He wasn't garbage last year, and he wasn't absent last year.
And with the absence of Ben Simmons, I think he has had an expanded role into what he can bring to that team. I think Maxi doesn't win it only because I don't know what they're going to do with the Ben Simmons trade, right? Like I think he'll move into the starting lineup, getting closer to the All-Star break and leading up to the playoffs. So that's just me, though.
Yo, what about now? What? Okay, I know normally most improved for me and for you kind of goes from you suck to you're good.
Yeah.
Right. What about going from
okay to great?
Yeah. Right. What about you're okay to great? Right. And so Dennis Schroeder could be in that conversation. He let my Lakers down last year, and and now he's coming in and being a good contributor for the Boston Celtics.
Definitely is.
But what about it, bro? I'm thinking about going from I'm here to now I'm elevated, and LaMelo Ball comes in my mind.
I like LaMelo. I think
LaMelo Ball comes to my mind. Yes.
Pause. But look, I like what Melo is doing. I think they had number one offense in the league for a few weeks. Obviously, before Curry said, "I'm here. Don't play with me," and I think
been balling though,
bro. Definitely been balling. I think that team is great because of him. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that pick. I'm not.
Yeah, that's my guy. I would love to kind of see him in that, but I would pick the older brother over him though. I would definitely pick Lonzo over him.
Over LaMelo?
Yeah, I would pick Lonzo over LaMelo when we talk about improvement because improvement's been so vast.
Oh, got you.
And Wiggins, you ain't lying.
Andrew Wiggins is not a bad choice. I think for what he was bringing to the team, even with Steph doing what he's doing, Wiggins is not a bad choice. I appreciate that.
Not at all. Ja Morant, sneak into that conversation. You're not lying either.
Boy, Ja's doing his darn thing right now.
He's elevated. He's elevated too. Yeah. And y'all wait until Lonzo Gumbo Williamson comes back. when that happens, bro, when Big Gumbo makes it back, it is over.
Big Gumbo.
It is over.
That.
When huge A2F hits the court, it is done.
I like it.
Done.
Man. I like
y'all,
it.
bro. Just saying.
I'm excited about it.
Ain't living up to the hype until fact.
That's a big fact. That's a big fact.
And
the crazy thing is that his living up to it is 18 points a game. It's not nothing extravagant. We don't need 26, 28 points from you, Andrew. Just be consistent.
We need to survive.
That's it. That's all you need, man. I think Andrew Wiggins is definitely not a bad choice at all. But there's a lot of players in this league right now that we can put in that conversation, man. Like for real. What do you got? Big Gumbo. A Dooley sausage. I like it.
And do it, bro. And do it. Yo, yeah. When Big Gumbo get back, it's on and popping, bro. I'm telling y'all right now.
I'm excited. He's been sitting on my IR for a good minute, so I appreciate that. He needs to come back from fantasy purposes. I'm being real selfish here.
Yeah, big fact.
Anthony Edwards. Oh yes, he's definitely doing this thing in Minnesota right now. He's kind of leading that. I think he's averaging more than D'Angelo Russell right now, which is supposed to be the second best player on the team. Anthony Edwards is a sophomore. He's a sophomore in the NBA, and he's definitely been playing his butt off, man. Look, this conversation could go on forever. We're way too early predictions. This will be the new segment here on the Full 94. Way too early. Great conversation, Rick. I appreciate you stopping by here, bro. Head honcho in the house over MTMV Sports. If you want to see the face, that's the face right there. Rick, how do we get in touch with you, bro?
Bro, honestly, you can follow me at Ric Sincere on Twitter, on Instagram, right? But if you really want to follow me, follow the brand is at MTMV Sports, right? On IG, you can follow us also on TikTok. We on that joint too, right? We'll be out there. And you can follow anybody on the team, bro. But yeah, if you want to follow me specifically at Ric Sincere on Twitter, and Instagram, and even Facebook.
Absolutely love it, bro. Look, I am Miles Austin on all platforms. You know the deal. You know what it is. Full 94 podcast here on MTMV Sports. Thoroughly excited for what we got coming for the rest of the NBA. And you know, when you want to talk about it, this is the podcast to come here. Y'all be easy. Much love. Full 94 podcast here on MTMV Sports. Peace.
Yo, before we go, we gotta say thank you to all the Facebook users that were here today. We appreciate you. Definitely appreciate all your comments today, man. You made the show what it was. So we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And look, the See You Sweat challenge is still popping off right now. So it's going up until after Thanksgiving, right?
I saw y'all sweat yesterday, Dave & Buster's.
Yo, got up this morning. We hit the 4. Y'all know, look, Venora's in the lead right now, right? I think she got 12 workouts. I think she just posted another one. She had 13 workouts in, right?
I'll post 13 by tomorrow. What's good?
You can't, and you won't. You ain't posted one. I'm waiting for your first.
I'm just gonna sweat and be like,
Nah. See, it's about integrity, my man. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all. We out.
Peace.
sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Make sure you keep that same energy. Ah!
My G coming through the crowd.